Good morning, everybody. KC3QPJ here, and got my new computer up and running. Just sitting here today, trying to get some software to download on my new computer, which actually really impressed for the cost that I got it off of Amazon. But today, since I'm on vacation, I'm trying to get the rest of this stuff downloaded. I'm going to do something a little different on my channel today. That's not ham radio related. I'm going to show you guys a game that I play all the time. And I've been playing it for 30 years. I'm sure a lot of the local hams that know me have heard me mention the game Spades, which I absolutely love. So I'm going to give you guys an introduction to it. Now, I will say this takes about a year to get good at it. So you don't want to jump into this game and spend a lot of money and put a lot of you don't want to spend money on this game if you're just starting out. I want to try to teach you the basics of the game Spades by using an app on Amazon, and it's a game by a developer called Zynga. So this is how Spades works. The higher card takes the lower card of any suit. Spades come into play when a suit has been run out of by any player, then you can cut with a spade. It doesn't matter what spade you use. You know, you have 2 through ace of each suit. No jokers involved. You have hearts, diamonds, clubs, spades. Spades are the dominant suit. They trump everything except for a higher spade. So what you want to do is, in a round of play, you have 4 people at the table when you're playing partners. You want to try to determine how many of each suit that you are able to take in each round of play. Now, Zynga has different rounds overall. That once all 13 cards are played, that's a round. But what I'm saying is, one time around, 4 cards, 1 card each person. So we'll go ahead and get set up. Now, mind you, I'm still having problems with this OBS software. It's kind of ticking me off a little bit because I can't just transition to the game. So what I'll have to do is right now transition to my display and then pull the game up and then go from there. So let's get started. I'm going to show you the basics, and hopefully this will be a good tutorial for even those out there that have been playing for years, and give you insight on how I play and a proper way to play the spades game. Now, a lot of people make fun of me and say, "Are you a spades professional?" Let me put it to you like this. If it was offered as a way for me to make a living, I'd retire by now. And, you know, some people might laugh at that, but I do consider myself a very, very good player, but always open to learn. But you've also got to learn how to depend on your partner and learn how to make the cards work in your favor. That being said, let's go ahead. We're gonna minimize this screen, and hopefully the transition still worked, and we're up and running on the spades. So we're gonna go ahead and play classic mode. Now, in the classic mode, it's just straight up spades. Like I said, no jokers, no deuces, no deuces high, I should say. No 2s are played high like some people play the version of this game. Classic mode, the bets are preset and the final points are preset. At 1,000,000 coin, 300 is your final, and each game is negative 250. So because I'm doing this for tutorial purposes, I might be slightly distracted. We're going to bet 50,000 coin, and let's just go from there. The whole aspect is not to really show you how this app works, but they do give you coin in the beginning and allow you to build your coin with playing against computers. I think level 5 or level 6 is where you start playing against real people. So the first few levels make it very easy for you to take books, and they give you killer hands, and then reality hits. So here's the reality. I'm past all that. I'm way past the computer play. These are live people. I'm going to take whoever comes to me. This guy looks like he buys his coin, unfortunately. Yes, this guy buys his coin. Look at his nil percentages. 19 million. This is a guy that I will not play with again. So we're going to automatically block him. We're not even going to bother getting upset with this guy because I already know he can't play. He'll get lucky, but he can't play. I'm sorry. So right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a cut on clubs. I'm going to bid 6, and I quite possibly have 7. So we're going to bid 6. If this guy nils, I'll be a little upset because I don't have cover in hearts or clubs. The only way I'm going to cover a nil from him is if this guy leads a high heart or a high club. That's it. He is set. Oh, well, there we go. That helps. So we're going to throw out the ace. That nil is a bad nil. It is a bad nil. He should have bid 2 because I've got no cover now. This jack's going to end up getting cut. Okay, how did I know that? Because I had all of them, and I'm watching what's being thrown out. So I have no choice but to throw my 6. He should get under it. Okay, now when he takes, he's going to throw clubs again, not realizing that I don't have any, so I'm cutting low because I want my high spades to cover that nil. Now we're going to run all my spades except for my ace to keep him from having to, so he can get rid of his offsuits. If he has another spade, he's in trouble. He's in big trouble if he has another spade. Yeah, he's in big trouble. He's not going to be able to make this nil. I have no cover for him in hearts at all. Okay, and he's throwing a high heart. So I already know this. I had the high cards and diamonds. We're going back to diamonds. I don't care if these guys cut or not. Save your last spade. Okay, he got his nil, but he's lucky because I know how to play the game. He threw the wrong card. He should have stuck with hearts. He already knew I was out of clubs. Well, he's out of hearts. Lucky guy. So sorry I shouldn't have defamed you there, but I don't trust you at all. Wow, we got lucky. That first card that this dude over here laid is what set the whole tone for the rest of that hand. So, nice nil, partner. Didn't think you had it because I didn't have any cover in hearts. I had you covered clubs, but you got to watch people like that. His nil percentage is really low. All right. I'm going to say I have 2 here because I hate bidding 1. I really technically, based on what I have here, I don't think this king would walk, but I'm not going to lead my king. I'm going to lead my highest in clubs to force out their highs and see what happens. And I think I'm set with 2. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Now I'm not going to lead my highs. I'm going to lead a mid-level card. Hopefully he's smart enough to not start throwing bullets, and bullets are aces. There's no way that blind is any good. Absolutely no way. Let's see what his stuff is like here. Yeah, 31% in blind nil success. I'm going to throw my king. I don't need it. If they get this blind, I'll be stunned. He's got to have 4 spades. Has to. Oh, somebody doesn't know how to bid. And he should have never done that. He should have never, ever done that. Oh, my goodness gracious. And that's game, guys. He got his blind. There's no getting around it now. He's got his blind because my partner got greedy. Wow. Unreal. So we're going to leave this game right away. My partner is horrible. We're leaving that game right away. All right, let's up the ante here. I'm in the mood for a 250 point game. Or, yeah. Now, the other thing about this, you need to be more selective of your partners when you're bidding this much coin. Okay. So if anybody, let's see what hers looks like, 69. I'll give her a shot. But look at this guy here. Let's look at his nils. He's about the same. All right. Now, my nil average isn't much better right now. Only because I've been hit by so many bad partners in the last 3 months. I'm going to bid 3 because I have cuts on diamonds and hearts, but I can also throw off if I need to. So I'm going to bid 3 just because I only have 2 of hearts, which makes it an easy cut, which means all these players have more than me. This looks like an underbid to me. Force out the high cards. Get rid of their power so that they can't set you. There you go. I didn't count the queen. And if you see up here this little icon, sandbags are a bad thing, guys. Always a bad thing. You want to try to minimize your bags based on the gameplay, especially when you get past the 250 point game. My partner underbid. Let's see how many bags she takes for us. Maybe she'll get past it. Who knows? Well, how about that? She threw off everything. That's awesome. Great job by my partner. I think she was trying to go for the set, but nah. There we go. And I've got a cat glaring at me like no other right now. All right, so they caught the bags. I've got a 3 bid right here. Don't pay attention to other people's bids. That's the other thing. If you're afraid to bid, don't play this game. You need to have confidence in your ability to count the cards. Pay attention to what everyone is throwing. When people play this game distracted, it just throws me through a loop because I want it to be enjoyable, but a lot of people don't pay attention. So apparently my partner's not afraid to bid. We'll see if she's got 4. I don't think she does. I think we're set. I've got my 3. I got my 3. I'm going to lead queen. Why lead the queen? Just because I want to see who's got the king. There we go. Now I'm going to take it with the ace and see if my partner is now out of clubs. When you have a high card thrown like that, you want to throw back to them so they can cut. Okay. Those are the indicators you want to watch out for. All right. Now I'll be able to cut on this. And I'm going to cut high because this guy apparently is out. And that's going to help my partner's hand. I still have 1 left. He's going to think I still have diamonds. Low cut. Now, let's change the tables up here. Force out the cards. Now we're covered. Now it's a battle between these two. Who's going to get this? And there we go. We set them. That's the importance of forcing out high cards. But force them out in such a way that you're not setting yourself. That's That's absolute key. You want to bid your hand according to how you can play it. Don't overbid, don't underbid. Now I got another 3 here. We'll just say, I'm under a chat ban because somebody ticked me off and I called them stupid, and you get chat banned for saying stupid. And we're going to tell her well played. Once I'm out of this chat ban, I'll be able to talk, but I won't do it on the PC. Foolish bid. Reason being, there's only 10 showing, and I'm going to lead queen. And I'll tell you why I'm going to lead queen. That'll put me out of that suit, and then I'm going to start leading my lows. Now, hopefully my partner can do whatever. Now, in this instance, I have these high cards. I'm going to bank on the fact that he's got down. Now, partner has that book. I'm getting rid of that book. Bam. Even if I set myself, which is what I don't want to set myself, but I also don't want them getting the blind. There we go. Now he's cutting the cover, so a lot of spades are being wasted. And there's the set on the blind. Now he's going to think he's going to come around and try to set us. That ain't going to be the case at all. We're going to start running spades because I've got another one in my hand here. That's probably his max spade there. My partner's going to take that one. I've got at least one more. If he cuts anything, I'll have at least 2 more. Don't think so there, buddy. Way to run your partner out, and I've got the last book. All comes down to who you know. Okay, well, he was who you know and how you play. I can't believe that dude blinded. That just blows my mind, especially with that. I'm going to tell you, the only time I've blinded, if you see the success rate, that would be closer to 75% if my partner actually knew what they had in their hand. Now, I could never be perfect on a blind because a blind nil means you're not even looking at your cards. When you're not looking at your cards, you've got to go based solely on your partner's bid. Do not blind out of desperation. If your partner's bidding 8, you're behind by 200 points, yeah, you more than likely have a blind nil. But if your deficit is not that bad, you definitely do not want to bid that. So we're going to bid 1. I've got 2, possibly 3. I'm counting these 2 because I've only got 3. But let's see if we can set these 2. 7 and 4 is 11. We take 2 bags to set them. Absolutely, I'd be happy to. I will not take 4 to 5 bags to set somebody, though. Of course, then you have players that like to hide what they do. It's a bad strategy. The best strategy is always bid your hand correctly, play around the hand that was given to you, and call it a day. Force out the high. I'm going to force out some more spades so that gives my 10 some power down the road. My partner's... Oh, come on, partner. You got to force out the higher stuff. It's all right. They're not... I still have my partner covered. I still got 3. We're going to throw that. I don't think so, buddy. Now, if he's got 1 spade left, we're in deep trouble. It didn't matter. Wow. So, shaking my head. And I'm going to let her know that I'm watching her. Eight bags, guys. 8. unfortunately, I've got 2, possibly 3, but I'm going to bid 2. I want to bag these guys out. He's going to try to go nil. Guarantee it. See how long he's taking to bid? Which is great because now he's going to bag out and they're not going to go anywhere. They might come up. They might come up 35, 40 points, just depending. It's a bad nil, but he's going to bag covering, which will set them back 100 points because he's reached 10 bags. They're stuck in a hole so deep they're never going to get out of it. So there's one bag. He's going to go to hearts now, or spades. Nope. I'll take that. I don't care. They're gonna get bagged out again. I think he's out of spades. And I've got a frog in my throat. So guys, give me a minute. We're gonna let them have that. And hopefully, yeah, we only took one bag. And there's my buddy. This is a desperation bid. But I'm going to say 3. And the blind nils. And yeah, see, even she's saying good luck on that blind. Even with 4, they can't win. My partner has got to bid her hand right. If she bids 0, okay, I probably can cover the 0. But she needs to bid at least 2. There we go. And that's the ball game. That's how you win. I don't know if this guy's just mad at his partner in bid blind or if he was hoping that he actually had one. Who knows? I don't know. Seemed quite foolish to me. Oh, excuse me. Now I'm going to cut this low. No, I'll let my partner have it. I was going to lead hearts again to run his out because we still run the risk of being set. Okay, so I'm going to run hearts again. All right, get rid of that, and then we're good. Not worried about that cut. I got the cut on that. I'm going to run the 9. I don't think the ace has been played. So we'll force out the ace. There's the ace. Got the queen. Last and final book. Always pay attention to the cards. That's key. There we go. All right. And we'll play one more just for the fun of it, guys. And I recouped some of my money that I lost earlier. And then I was really wary of sitting with this girl. She is a little sloppy, but we can all be, depending on the bids. Some people just don't know what they're holding in their hand. Let's see what the competition looks like. 55% average player. People are probably thinking I'm an average player, and it's hard to judge on stats. But when you look at somebody's nil stats, okay, that's going to tell you how patient somebody is most times. My nil stats should be up in the 80 percentile range, but unfortunately I've had bad partners that have really killed me. And the young lady that's spectating, she's been trying to learn from me a little bit here and there, and she's witnessed a lot of the garbage firsthand. So anyway, I got a nil hand. I'm going to bid one. I've got to bid one. I think this is a bad bid right here. He's got to have 7 or more. I wouldn't be surprised if he went 8. No, somebody's definitely lying. I'm gonna toss my king. I'm not gonna deal with it. This guy's he's a bad bid. He's a bad bid. He's got 3. He's got 3 or 4. Let's get this to speed up a little bit. Smart on my partner, not cutting. Perfect. Hopefully she understands that I don't want her to cut. And she did not. That's okay. This is where people need to learn the patience and trust their partner's hands. We're going to find out who was the liar and who is the... yeah. And once again, I apologize for the vaping noises in the background. So we're going to make this our last game, but I'm going to come back and probably do another video here shortly and create a new channel just for Spades Plus. I'm also going to be creating a channel for home maintenance, do-it-yourself type stuff, do things on the fly and all that fun stuff. So all right, what do I want to do here? I'm going to say 2. This is really hairy because I think the ace may fly if he leads with a heart. I've got 5 hearts there, so that's an indicator that that's going to get cut early. So we're going to count the ace, this ace, and throw the king to force out high and see how that goes. My partner bids 4. My partner bids 0. So I'm a little upset about that. She should have never bid 0. I'm going to keep control with hearts as long as I can. That's going to cause a... All right, so she's out of hearts. We're going to lead a low diamond. She's got to have more than just 1, so that gets rid of that. And then let them keep control as much as possible. So I know she's out of hearts. Let them fight over it. He's going to cut. And a heavy cut, which is a smart move. I've got to keep that 9. There we go. Whew, I think she's in the... Nope, not in the clear. Good job, my butt. I'm giving her a thumbs down because that was a bad nil. And I'm going to let her know that I'm angry. I should have let her know from the beginning. But here's the bright side. I got a 7 hand here. We're going to bid 7. She's going to go blind. That'll put us up to 230 points. If she doesn't blind, I'm going to be very upset. There we go. Good job. She's probably panicking because she's holding a fistful of clubs. Now, once they decide to cut or what have you, they're going to end up going to clubs or hearts, and then I'm going to go immediately back to diamonds. Her highest was a 10, so we're going to go 2, since I know she's out, because you got to pay attention to what's thrown. Run the spades, so they fight to get their 2. Throw the 6, since her 7 was the highest. And we got her covered. I'm glad she blinded. It's the only thing that was gonna. It's the only thing that was gonna save us. And I don't play with her enough. I'd like to teach her, but I don't know what she meant by that. Okay. I guess when I'm able to mess with the other team. So that gets us within striking distance. He's going to try to nil. Try to end it early. Oh, 5? Oh, so that puts them there. I'm going to go 2, tighten it up, because I have 3. I think this dude's set. Or she is set. Now, this is where you don't panic. I got some high spades. Ace king is the only thing over. As long as I'm conservative with my hand, we'll see what happens. My partner's not forcing high enough. If he's out of clubs, that'll do things, but we're gonna see what happens here. Gonna throw the king to that. force out the ace. Oh, mama, I think I got me a set on my hands. I think my partner may have the ace. They're avoiding diamonds. That's why it's very good to not... He might, yeah, he's got the cut on it. No big deal. No big deal. This still puts us up by a bag. Well, that was that. Couldn't do anything about it. We won. Woohoo! Alright, guys. Well, that's it. And we're going to exit this. Come back to my OBS software here. Come back to my ugly mug. And there you go. That's how to play spades. I'm a good counter. I can pretty much tell you where somebody's going to go depending on the hand. And it's all about patience and strategy and mind games. I couldn't do anything to set people up for sets too much, but you get the general idea of how it's played. It's a lot of fun. Looking forward to actually doing 2 tutorials and explaining why I'm bidding on my hand, what I'm bidding. That being said, for those of you who don't know me and it's the first time watching my videos, I'm a ham radio operator. Thus the farmhouse ham radio down here, KC3QPJ, is my call sign. And as we say in ham radio etiquette and language, 7-3, meaning best wishes. Y'all have a good day. 7-3.